whatever he thinks will be most appealing in that moment.
Yeah, look, that's what Trump does. I mean, he does it on every subject, but he does it especially on the Mueller investigation. And I think, as I said before, anything he can do to cast doubt on the integrity of that investigation, he's probably going to push. I mean, the one thing from the Daily Caller interview that stood out to me and surprised me a bit was Trump seemingly saying he's going to let this investigation continue. He's not going to interfere. To me, that showed uncharacteristic restraint, since Trump generally doesn't miss an opportunity to take a punch when one presents itself.
It's interesting. We should note that the president has had 5 days with no public schedule today. We don't know whether we will see him in public, but he's made a whole bunch of statements online, and that's why I keep scrolling through here. And Jonathan Martin, there is one that is interesting to me, and I feel as if Kellyanne Conway may want to see this, where the president says, let's just call them walls from now on and stop playing political games. A wall is a wall. Now, there is a bipartisan group of members of Congress trying to negotiate some kind of a deal to move forward on border security. The president works so hard, and Kellyanne Conway works so hard to stop calling it a wall, call it a barrier, call it steel slats, but it's not a wall. And now this morning, the president's like, you know what, never mind, it's a wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 147th time he sort of undercut his own advisors. It's not terribly surprising in that sense. But it does sort of speak to the sort of nature of his presidency, the sort of stream of consciousness, watching TV, responding to something he sees on TV, and also the sort of fixation that he has on getting this wall, which has become so self-reinforcing that he sort of boxed himself in now, and it's going to be hard for him to do what I think a lot of folks thought he would do last year, John, which is ultimately just declare victory somehow, get some money for border security and declare victory, call it the wall, and most of the base would probably believe it was the wall if he sold it effectively. But now he's gotten himself so wrapped up into this that he may actually have to get some kind of a wall to call it a victory.
But he did both. He did both of those things in simultaneous statements this morning, Jonathan. Again, let me read you what he wrote prior,
Please do.
just to saying that the wall